Folks, believe it or not, but the presidential election is less than 3 months away. And you've got to keep something in mind. The market always looks ahead and largely prices in or discounts anything known. That means numerous industries are going through massive price discovery to find out who's going to land in the White House in the next few months and how that's going to influence the future of this country. So in today's video, I want to give you a brief outline with what will be the most likely scenario if Trump gets reelected and Republicans keep the Senate, and compare it to what would happen from the market's perspective if Biden won and the election and Democrats control both the Senate and the House. Again, it's not every scenario. While these two scenarios don't take every possible scenario into account, it'll give you a good understanding of what sectors and stocks will move most in either of the two cases. And I'll be doing a lot more videos on this. I just want to give you a nice broad view, kind of a forest from the trees view of what's going to happen. So let's start off with the scenario where Trump wins and Republicans retain control of the Senate. Trump, well, he likes deregulatory environment. This will benefit large brokerage firms like Morgan Stanley, large energy companies like ExxonMobil, and also lenders like Freddie Mac and Sallie Mac. Trump will also continue spending on defense, which will only increase market cap of large defense companies like Lockheed Martin. Trade war would continue, and that would put a major wet blanket on tech stocks and other stocks that have large exposure to China, meaning the QQQ, the NASDAQ 100, which is the market leader right now, would probably cool off a bit. Other retailers as well with large exposure to China wouldn't fare much better either. In the alternative scenario, if Biden wins and Dems control the Senate and the House, we could see a minor correction in the overall stock market by as much as 5 to 7% due to increased fear over taxes and regulations. Investment bankers and oil stocks would soften as a result. Green companies such as Tesla and First Solar, as well as infrastructure stocks like Granite Construction and Vulcan Materials, should continue to see upside. Cannabis stocks should see a bit more upside because we've been told that Dems want to loosen the regulatory environment with cannabis, and technology stocks like Amazon and Apple could cause increased regulatory risks since Dems have been talking about breaking up large companies to regulate them better and decrease competition. Exposure to China would be less risky at the same time. Therefore, smaller stocks in the Russell 2000, which have been sitting on the sidelines for about 2 years now, would begin seeing more upside. There's a question on big pharma stocks since both parties have been somewhat liberal on regulatory since rise of COVID-19, but I believe we would see more upside if Biden takes office since Dems tend to put less regulatory conditions on large pharma, and Biden's policy may be slightly more predictable in the long run. Plus, Fed would allocate more budget into healthcare. Now, keep in mind, the analysis I just did doesn't take into account anything unknown or specifics. For all we know, Trump could change his policy on China, or Biden can do a total 180 on pot or green energy. It's been done before. But my analysis takes into account what we know at this time. Keep your eyes focused on the major sectors in the S&P 500 over the next quarter. It'll give us the best clues what we can expect if Republicans maintain control and what would happen or likely to happen if Biden wins the election as well. I hope this helps to give you some idea of the major industries and sectors that would cool off or rise if one or the other takes office. Talk soon. Folks, what would you say if I told you that it's possible to make 3 times your money in just 5 days? 5 days. You see, I've developed a new secret plan to profit off a massive shift that's happening in the markets, and well-pressed traders are raving about it. In fact, my publisher Connor, he just revealed that he's earned $61,500 in his portfolio from listening to me. Yes, that's over $60,000 in a few months. And it could do the same thing for you too. Just click on the link below to learn how you can triple your money in just 5 days off of just one quick and easy trade. Do it now. Talk soon.